I'd like to formally introduce you to my new fan storage space. It's a basement room pretty much equidistant from my organ shop and my other storage space, so it's pretty ideal. Also close to 12 Wings if I ever work there again. Not that far from my parents' house either. Yeah, it's in a great location, and it's a nice heated, lit space. The only downside is that it's not really the type of space I'd be able to do any sort of work or testing. It's pretty much just storage. And that's because it's in an apartment building where people live. So if I'm in here videoing fans, it might disturb tenants. We'll see. There might be some possibility of that. So you saw it in the other video, but I've made some changes. I moved a lot more stuff in. I've added some fans. So let's take a look around. First, when you come in, this is where I'm storing my guitar amps and some water bottles and coffee just in case I need them. Guitar amp speakers on top of that. These are just boxes and packing materials left over from unpacking. I'm going to hang on to them for a little bit to see if I need them. So right now, this is the banana box area. There's gold lines in there, Dayton Lascos. That's like the bottom half. The top half is wire and miscellaneous fan parts and controls. This is controls. Controls are not labeled, I think. This is miscellaneous fan parts, wire. That's Islander motors, Dayton Lasco parts and motors, various gold line motors all the way up to there. These are 2 boxes of spare Nutone blades, and there's an SMC in here and then a Nutone motor sitting in the top. This isn't going to go here eventually, but this is my random box of oil and tools. New unbox fan pile has been filled up. So everything you saw before, plus some more, plus the classic fans. I moved those half pipers in here. I really need to find a place to use these because they're just not practical to store unless you're hanging them and using them. That one theater light. A little GE box fan. There's all my new unbox industrials. This is not really organized yet. I just kind of put it on here just as I needed it. We'll see, there's industrial blades in those boxes there. That's just how I moved them. Bottom shelf is probably the way it's going to be. Those shelves are pretty, that seems like that'll work. But then this is just blades waiting to find a home. This is parts waiting to find a home. Parts waiting to find a home. That's my box of like outlet boxes and stuff like that. And then again, this isn't really sorted yet. This is just put in here as I'm moving, so this will all get sorted and organized later. Maybe the guys will feel like helping me if they want to. Of course, they're welcome. If not, that's understandable. Here's some light kits. Here's my new unbox fan section. I added this Hunter that needs to find a home. The new unbox fans for sale, and the little view fans back there. Okay, so let's talk about the changes I made. I hung up my Preheat recessed lights. They're not recessed. There was no way to do that without cutting into the ceiling, and I didn't want to do that because it's not my ceiling, but just the places where the tiles were missing. I figured, why not just surface mount them? And they all work. I think one was missing a starter and another one was missing a bulb, but other than that, they were clearly maintained. Some had new sockets, some had brand new starters. Only downside to them is that they're definitely dimmer with the lenses on there. Let's see if I can get you a close-up. That's what the lens pattern looks like. Definitely dimmer with that. Because before I put the lenses on there, it was actually a lot brighter in here. That's kind of ironic. Mix of cool and warm white bulbs. Not on purpose, it's just what I had. And it's not bothering me, so that's how it's going to be for now. Put this brown Proline where the light fixture was, and the control for it right here. I thought about fishing the wire above the ceiling for that, and it just I didn't want. I tried it, and I could have done it, but it would have been a lot more trouble than it was worth, and these hooks were already here, so I figured why not. So that surface mount wire goes, and then the wire for the rest of the lights is fished above the ceiling. Except for when we get here, this was an afterthought. I'd put the rest of the lights in, and it was kind of dark over here by the shelves because there's no tiles missing there, therefore no lights there. So I was like, well, why not hang up my little Preheat shop light? And I'm fine with that. It looks like it's something that's supposed to be that way, so I'm fine with it. And I have this weird Preheat light too that I found that I put here. So this one, this shop light was here already. Of course, this is not my section, and that was plugged in here. So I figured, let's give it a light when you first walk in. So that way, if you walk in the room and these aren't on, you still have some light to kind of see your way around. Plus that was right there, so it was a very short run of wire. And then of course there's these. I found this little switch at Habitat. I was going to run a real switch, but I found this and figured why not. It's kind of vintagey and cute and goes with the whole theme of the room. Let's see if I can get all these in one shot. Yep, there's your Preheat startup. Here's your Nutone. So there's the control. Let's do quarter turn. I much prefer using capacitor-based controls when I have the option because not only are they quieter in a lot of cases, but also lost my train of thought there. If you have it on a slow speed with a solid state control and there's some current fluctuation with the power, then it can stall out. That is less likely to happen with capacitor-based controls. But I remember from when I put the Proline in 12 wings that it didn't perform well with any of the capacitor-based controls. I'll have to go back and look and see if I have a Proline video I can reference. So I just put a solid state control in. Another quarter turn, we're in high. These don't go super fast on high. I actually really I think these Prolines fit very well with the these type of ceiling tiles. I think the combination is really cool. So I'm actually really pleased with this choice. My other two thoughts were a 40-inch Dayton Lasco and the 38-inch Island fans in antique brass. But I already have variations of those hanging other places, and I don't have a Proline hanging anywhere. So this seemed like the cooler option. If anybody wants to make a suggestion, I may switch this fan from time to time. I'll take suggestions, but you know, like I said, this seemed like a good call. After I've been here a little while, I'm going to talk to the landlord and see if he's okay with me leaving it on all the time, because it would help with mildew and stuff like that. I don't want to ask right away because I'm brand new and I just met him, and I don't want to, you know, make waves or anything like that, but I do plan to ask at some point. I calculated out it would use about $1.80 a month. So I would happily pay the additional $1.80. Okay. So let's do a 0 to high. I didn't check the capacitor value in this, but it seems like it's pretty close. Because, again, these are not fast fans per se. And my little GE2 speed, that's low. That's high. I've had that running both for the air and to create some kind of white noise, so that if I'm down here making noise or talking, it doesn't bother the tenants, because again, this is meant to be a storage space, not a workspace. Okay, I think I'm done down here for now. Yeah, can't think of anything to add. So hope you like it. And when people come visit me, you can add this to a list of places to come and see. Thanks for watching.